Alzheimer's Awareness Month means to me, gosh, lots of thoughts and memories of my time in this industry and working with the elderly population. Over the past 20 years, I've met so many people that were devastated by this horrible disease. It does not discriminate, and some of the people I met were extremely successful people, lawyers, doctors, judges, and to meet them and to watch them and watch their family suffer because they have no recollection of their whole life and all of their accomplishments. It just makes me think back.
Alzheimer's Awareness Month, it's a month that really affects everybody. It's hard to find people who haven't had a family member or a friend who has had some experience with Alzheimer's, whether it be personally or professionally. I mean, we've had residents here who have had loved ones, or they themselves have found themselves, afflicted with this terrible disease, and it's a difficult disease to watch firsthand and see people suffer with, and it's even harder to see those around them suffer with that as well, and see these people that they've known their whole lives and seen them not recognize themselves anymore.
Being that I'm in the retirement golden era of my life, and I have friends that are being affected by this in some way, there's always a fear factor of is it going to affect me or not? And that makes it a little more of an urgency when you see friends around you that you think have it or do have it, and the concern about someday it may be something that I get.
Alzheimer awareness is very important to me and my family. We lost my mother-in-law to the disease, and the awareness to find a cure for this horrible disease is very, very important to me.
To me, Alzheimer's Awareness Month is a time when we can really reflect on some of the people we've known throughout the years, either residents or people in our personal lives who've maybe suffered from Alzheimer's, help bring awareness to the cause, and really look forward to some of the treatments and some of the things going on to help alleviate it in the future.
It's a time to become aware of all the people who are suffering from Alzheimer's.
It's just a horrible, horrible disease, and anything we can do to try to find any sort of medication or medical advances, we should certainly do. And Alzheimer's Awareness Month is one where everyone really does support it, and everyone really does try to do their part to try to reverse this terrible disease.
And then, of course, I have some family and friends who have been touched by this terrible disease, and I think a lot about them and the memories of their last few years and how it impacted their life.
It's a chance to raise funds and make the people, more people, aware of it. About 500,000 people a year die from it.
I think it's important for people to realize the effect that Alzheimer's has on the family of Alzheimer's patients. The caretakers are sometimes in a more difficult position than the person who's sick, because the person who has Alzheimer's is not quite aware of what's going on, and yet you have to care for them, and that makes it very difficult and stressful for the family.
The Alzheimer's Association is making great strides to find a cure for this horrible disease, and I'm hoping and praying that one day there will be a cure.
The month is important to me so we can learn more about Alzheimer's. We can know what to look out for, the signs in our personal lives and our professional lives, and just help bring awareness to the cause.
It is probably the least funded of all the diseases or problems going around, from cancer to Parkinson's to whatever.
Alzheimer's Awareness Month is important because obviously it shines a light on what's going on, but also what advancements have been made. And you watch the news and you hear various reports saying that we're close to a cure, and we'll only get there with the support of everyone. And you never know if it will touch your family, so it's always good to have Alzheimer's Awareness Month so that you can whether you donate, whether you walk for the cause, it will only hopefully pay off in the end and be a positive result, because I would like to think there's a cure. I hope to God there's a cure, so that people can live their life and really not have life taken away from them by this devastating disease.
Much people don't know about Alzheimer's. They understand the concept of what it is, but on paper it's one thing, but when you live it and when you see it, or if you work in a field where it's your career, you really understand what horrible disease this really is. So it's important that we let others know that there's a lot of different red flags and early signs to catch this, and things that we want to try to advance upon.
It hasn't really received the attention it should. It affects most of our families, and I think it's very good. We should have more awareness of the Alzheimer's research issue, which is needed.